Hey, welcome to your April 2024 tarot forecast for the collective. This month, we are starting with the new moon in Aries, which is a solar eclipse. And it's also the first new moon of the astrological calendar, which means that it's the perfect time to start to recommit or define what it is that you want for this next year. So it's totally okay if you've been wintering, maybe kind of sleeping on making those new moon wishes or plans for the year. Really, we've just begun. So this month, get clear on what it is that you want, and we are going to take a look at what's coming up. All right, let's get started. Right off the bat. Ooh, okay. So some of you could be dealing with some disillusionment of relationships, of stability, of where things are headed for you. Very possible that you are now seeing things that you did not see before, and that you're ready to deal with them and move on. You've got the 2 in the moon and the 2 in the 4 of wands. This card represents joy, marriage, stability, relationships, home. And the moon is, disillusionment, illusion, fears coming to the surface. So dealing with some of the fears that are coming up for you around relationships, home, and stability. That will be something to work on this month. All right. If you have a particular intention for this month, go ahead and hold that in your mind as I shuffle the cards. Here we go for April 2024 collective forecast. Okay. First question. What are we leaving behind this month? Okay, I like it. 7 of Pentacles. There are some things, some seeds that you've been planting, some projects, some ideas that you have been diligently working towards, patiently, with that long-term investment in mind. And this is something that we're leaving behind this month. So interesting to see. I'm super curious what we're moving towards, but just know that all of the waiting, all of the work that you've been putting into something, the time has passed. So let's see what we're moving towards this month. Okay, so again with the Pentacles. Now, Pentacles stand for career, they stand for money, they stand for business. So this is the reading that we're doing today. These are the themes that are coming up for us. What are we moving towards? It looks like what we're moving towards is maybe saving some of our pennies, which is also similar to that long-term investment. But instead of waiting for good things to happen, it seems like we're taking a little bit more control. It may be that things don't necessarily come to fruition this month, but we are managing our money a little bit better, managing our time, our resources, our energy, kind of saving up for that long haul. Yes. Coming more into that stability. Again, we saw earlier that card of stability, of security. We're seeing those themes here again with the King of Cups, who is he's the guy who's like the master of all of our emotions. This card is all female, so I should say she is the king. She is the king of all of our emotions, both conscious and subconscious. So fishes in the tarot are something that relates to our unconscious desires, things that are happening kind of underneath the surface. So this month, where we saw earlier the moon coming out to kind of lead us into dealing with some of those things that are coming up, what we're seeing is that's okay because we're still in control of what's going on. Things are just kind of bubbling up to the surface, but they're not coming up in a way that is so extreme we can't manage them. They're coming up in a way that feels very controlled. It feels very measured. It's kind of like the success hasn't happened yet. So now we're taking a step back and going, okay, but what is it that I need to deal with? What's the inner work that needs to happen to bring all of these seeds that we've been planting into fruition, because things are not moving forward. Or it can feel like they're not moving forward in the direction that you wanted them to do. What's happening right now is we're saying, okay, let's go back and do a little more work, right? It's kind of like we need to put a little more soil into the plants. We need to put it in some more sunshine. There's something in the roots that needs tending to in order for it to grow into what it needs to grow into. So this month, we are saying, okay, let's do the work. Let's show up for ourselves, right? We don't have to be spending all of our time and all of our energy on, pruning and maybe like getting the plants that go next to each other. So many plant themes this month. We don't have to be doing all of the extra things, all of the fancy things. We need to be focusing on what's important. We need to be focusing on the needle movers. We need to be focusing on the things that actually matter, that are going to help us continue to move forward. And some of that stuff is going to be the emotional realm, but that's okay, because there are things in here. What we're saying is we're not quite ready yet. It's highly possible when we talk about like manifesting, we have to become the person who has the thing that we already want, right? Who already has the thing that we want. And so what we're seeing here is this is what we need to be working on this month in order to continue to move forward. So the King of Cups, there are some emotional things that are coming up, that are bubbling up to the surface, conscious and unconscious, that we need to work through in order to help ourselves continue this project and to move it forward. Overall theme for the month, Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords, a lot of people will say, oh, it's betrayal, but I always think of this as strategy, especially if we're looking at business and careers. She's strategically only chosen what she could take with her. She's only chosen what she can handle herself. She's getting away quickly. She came in the middle of the night, right? It's kind of like she had a very specific plan, a very specific strategy, and she went in and she got what she needed and she left the rest, right? So it's a take what you need month and leave the rest. Remember, we're not trying to do all the things anymore, because doing all the things isn't working. We're doing only the things that are actually going to get us to where we need to be. So this month, you need to work on your strategy. What are the things that you need to work on in order to move your business, your career forward? What are those very specific things? Get into the nitty-gritty, right? Again, what are the things that you might be doing that you don't need to be doing anymore? That might be the easier way to look at it. Are you picking up other people's work? Are you spending too much time on social media when you should be having more conversations with clients? Are you spending time worrying about how you are perceived by other people instead of just digging in and doing the work that actually needs to get done, right? So there are a couple of things here that you really need to look at. Now, again, we've got sevens coming up, okay? So seven, they're saying 777 if you're seeing that particular repeating pattern. So I just saw this in my email the other day. You could be seeing that pattern maybe on license plates. Know that I'm specifically talking for you. Watch for those 777s coming through to help lead you in the right direction. All right. What opportunities for growth are coming this month? Six of Cups. So if anyone was watching my lives over the past couple of weeks, you know this card came up a couple of times. This is the card of fun, nostalgia, going home. So again, we have that theme of home coming through. It's also the theme of like brothers and sisters. So opportunities for growth. Stay close to home this month. Remember the things that used to make life fun. You need to make sure that, again, when we're doing all of the things, and this seven energy can be difficult. It's a difficult energy, right? She's waiting. She's putting it in. She's waiting. She's waiting. She's waiting. She's doing all the things. She's making all the right moves, right? But we have to remember, you have to have some fun when you are building your career, building your business, putting so much effort into forward momentum and forward progress. We have to take a minute and just step back and say like, okay, but is this fun anymore? What parts of this are fun? What parts of this do I actually like doing? And what parts of this am I like, I'm going to leave that to, another day, right? So again, like look for these golden moments throughout your month, right? Where are things shining? Where do you feel strong, confident, playful? That's where you need to be focusing this month, because that's where the growth is coming from. If you're just doing things because you think you're supposed to do them, you're never going to get to the end result, because there's absolutely none of your energy that's going into the thing. It's just like that long haul, torturous work that doesn't amount to what you actually need it to be. Your work needs to be infused with you, with your fun, with your personality. And if that's not something that's coming through, right, that's something you need to be looking at. Those are some of the things that we do unconsciously because we think we're supposed to, that maybe are no longer serving you. So the opportunities for you this month are when you are leaving some of these things behind and making more strategic moves. You also need to fill the spots that you've freed up with your energy with some fun. Things that you liked to do when you were a child, right? Those are always the things that can bring you back. One of the things that I love doing, I really love the adult coloring books. They help me relax. They help me focus. I like the creativity of picking the colors. I can't always see the teeny tiny lines anymore. Side note, for anyone who might make them, maybe we need like a slightly older adult coloring book. But what are the things that you did when you were younger that were fun? Maybe it's even just like getting outside and relaxing. It's, the winter is getting over, and technically we're in spring, even though there's some snow still outside. Like maybe you just need to be grounding more, right? Maybe you need to go for a run outside. Remember that Friends episode where Jennifer Aniston is like, she's running and she's like, whew, whew, like her breathing is perfect. And then when Phoebe goes for a run, her hands are like up in the air and she's like, and she's just running like a child just for the joy of it. That is what we're talking about here. Now you don't have to do that. I'm not saying go do that, but find the joy in something that you can do this month that can help you move yourself forward. All right, what do we need to release this month? Oh, okay. Okay, 9 of Cups. Now, 9 of Cups is our kind of manifestations, our wishes come true. So there is something to be said this month, especially as we are moving. We've got the new moon in Aries. What are you wishing for? What is on your goal list? What are the things that maybe you have had on your list for a long time that are no longer serving you? Are they your wishes, or are they someone else's wishes? Are they the things you think you're supposed to be doing, or are they the things you really want to be doing? So what do you need to release this month? Like there's definitely some clearing out of all of these things that we thought we should be doing over the past year that maybe have not gotten us to where we need to be. It's time to let them go. It's time to let them go. It's also time to get out of this spot of like, this is good enough, right? The 9 of Cups is not the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is full joy and fulfillment and love and security and financial prosperity. It is building a home with your loved ones. And the 9 is not that. The 9 is like, we stop short of that. So the other thing that I want you to think about is, where are you stopping short of what you actually want out of life? Where are you saying like, oh, this is good enough, but it's not the thing, right? What do you need to do to get yourself to the 10 of Cups? Good enough is no longer good enough. We want what we want. We want the whole package, okay? If you are looking for a relationship this year, do not settle. This is telling me that you're saying that, this particular partner that I'm with, like, they're good enough for now, but they're not the one, right? It's the same thing. Maybe you're in a career where the benefits are really good. I have been here. Look, the benefits are good. You know, you like your coworkers, but you're not being challenged in your day-to-day. There's nowhere to grow from where you are. So where are you sitting? Well, it's good enough. I'm comfortable where I am. Could it be better? Yes. Do I want it to be better? Yes. But have you taken the action to get you to the 10 of Cups? We need to let good enough go. We need to start striving for more. Start striving for more. All right, what challenges may come up this month? Oh, yeah. So as we're talking about, stop like letting things go that are just good enough, right? What challenges is the Fool. The Fool is the first card in the tarot deck. This is literally saying that we are all afraid of starting again. Like, there's a fear when we start something new that we're not going to be good at it, that we're not going to succeed at it, right? But listen, we're never going to be better at anything unless we try new things. And trying new things is fun, because you will never be a beginner again if you don't try new things, right? You're only a beginner once. So as soon as you do something one time, you will get better at it over time, right? Start a YouTube channel, you have one video and you're like, oh man, I only have one video. Fine, you have one video. What's the big deal, right? Now we have 2, now we have 3, now we have 10, right? We have to keep going. So there are some challenges to overcome with, like, it's okay not to be good at something. It's okay to be new at something. I would say, like, enjoy not knowing all the things, because there's no pressure when you don't actually know what's coming up for you. There's no pressure. How could there be pressure, right? So enjoy the newness, enjoy the fun of being new. Even if you start a new job at a new place, like, there's always that excuse of like, oh, I just got here, or I worked at a company once where it was like, you're new for a year, right? That's the kind of energy that you can bring into everything new. So don't let this be a challenge. Try not to let this be a challenge. Overcome the fears, overcome your own expectations as you start something new this month. See if there's anything else. Yeah. More new. Page of Pentacles, right? So again, we've got more Pentacles here. It's really, being new, having new jobs, new opportunities, new business ideas that are coming into fruition. So it could also be managing what is it that we're doing, going back to the strategy, making strategic moves, not just doing all the things, hoping that it works out for you, because this is no longer good enough. It's not good enough. Okay, let's get some advice here. Oh, okay. Listen, advice. If you're feeling super loyal to your friends, your coworkers, your family, your boss, like whoever it is, It's okay to put you first. This card is about kind of winning at all costs, but it's also about coming out on top, right? And is this person a little regretful that they left these behind? Of course, but we have to be putting ourselves first. Otherwise, we're never going to get anywhere. We're never going to get anywhere. Yeah. If you really want the legacy, 10 of Pentacles it's very similar to the 10 of Cups, where it's the last one in the suit of Pentacles. So once you've hit 10, you've kind of hit jackpot, right? Look, we've got all of the money. We've got the guy in the suit, female. It would be a female in this deck in the suit. You know, she's giving to, the younger people. We've got the elder lady over here who is wonderfully still like very active and doing all the things. We've got dogs. It's just full of abundance. Look at all the green, the family, the money. This is like legacy wealth, money. If this is what you want and this is what you're going towards, you sometimes have to leave people behind and do the strategic move that's good for you, instead of just accepting what is good enough. Okay, well, that feels like we all got called out a little bit on this reading. So hopefully this resonates with you. It is for sure. This was tough love, I think, for all of us to hear. Like, there's some new stuff brewing for sure, and we just have to be ready to take it on, right? Let's leave some of this stuff behind and let's move towards what we really want and desire. All right. Well, thank you so much. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this resonates. Tell me, what is it that you are moving to this month? What is it that you are leaving behind? And how are you making those strategic moves to help you get from good enough to everything you've ever wanted? And I'll talk to y'all soon.